Hello, this is Palna from Team Teachers Karting India. A warm welcome to one and all watching this video. A little information about us. We are a go-kart design team from DG Sangvi College of Engineering, which is based in Bombay. We manufacture electric as well as combustion carts each year and take them to national level competitions. Today, our team is going to present a business plan for the year of 21-22. Our team is a staunch believer in the concept of e-vehicles and the prospects of it being the future of the country. The current generation electric vehicles and the formulated plans for the upcoming ones show a considerable amount of growth in the demand as well as the need for sustainability. This is what made us broaden our perspectives and push this towards the idea for the B plan. The objective of the report is to design and present the concept of portable e-charger for GKDRC 2021. Moving on to our company, DJS Ion. It is a startup company which manufactures an eco-friendly mobile EV chargers which are scalable and intelligent. It is the first of the kind to be manufactured and marketed in the Indian market. These chargers have been designed to charge the majority of the vehicle type, that is cars, bikes, trucks, and even auto rickshaws, thus catering to the vast crowd requirements. The chargers are about 30 kilos and hence easily portable. The slide just entails the executive summary of our entire presentation. We'll be talking about our product, the services that we provide, the problems that we're addressing, the solutions that come along with it, the core values that our company will be entailing, our mission, our vision, what our target market would be like, and our entire cost report. Moving on to the SWOT analysis for our idea. First and foremost, the strengths. The ion charger is soon going to be not only a benefit but a need for communities, both local and international. The capital is going to be very accessible, plus, the entrepreneurs will be reigning over the decisions, thus giving us most of the control. The weaknesses that we could potentially be facing would be that this particular business model can easily be stolen by the public and that there will be a potential for fraud. From this, we draw that being the first in the Indian market gives us an edge over the others. Along with that, there's also going to be a weaker investor protection. Plus, this being an internet based program, the investors might lack detailed advice. We realize that the opportunities for this business model are limitless. We can utilize the power of social networks for promotion and connect with the crowds for crowdfunding, as that too has an effect on the economy. Plus, we can use the technology being used in making the charges for other things as well. Thus, we can see the prospects of this company growing even larger in the future. The threats that we currently face are the legal restrictions in certain jurisdictions which are not suitable for equity crowdfunding. And the other risks that we will be facing are which come along with the establishment of any small businesses. So now I'd like to tell you about our mission and our vision. So basically, our goal is to make EV ownership easy by partnering with businesses to create the world's first mobile and intelligent on-demand EV charging infrastructure. The vision that we had was to maintain the highest level of professionalism, integrity, honesty, and fairness in our relationships with our professional associates, partners, and customers. The main core values that we'd like to see in our establishment would be integrity, ethics, excellence, the drive for innovations, the teamwork, achieving sustainability, development, environmentally conscious. Now, moving on to the most important part, to sell our product, to grow our company. For that, we need a substantial marketing strategy. We'll be starting off with advertisement, social media, public relations, these simple stuff. As this being a digital age, we need to establish a virtual presence. We'll be investing in chargers in public spaces and accessible places where we know that the rush of traffic would be at its highest, at its peak. We'll be collaborating with private charging stations as well. As said earlier, this being a digital age, we'll be establishing a website, plus there will be an online marketplace and online applications through which the users can interact with us, interact with each other, and get a better hang of the product. That is it from my side for now. Over to you, Sanjeev, the captain of DJS Carton India.
SAN would provide the first such service in India. We have succeeded in efficiently providing these services and delivering the product at much cheaper rates as compared to our competitors in the same industry overseas. The product has been very unique and fresh technology implemented to it, being feasible and true to the idea of the product. It has been structured carefully and divided into three levels of 9 kilowatt, 9 kilowatt, and 18 kilowatt. The prices for the same have been divided into three levels, where the first level would be the 9 kilowatt charger costing 1 lakh rupees. This level 2 charger would be the combination of the 9 kilowatt and the 9 kilowatt charger costing rupees 2 lakhs. And the third would be the combination of all the three, 9, 9 and 18, costing an entire product of rupees 3 lakhs 75,000. Now we come to the operational expenditure. The operational expenditure includes miscellaneous costs, marketing costs, machining costs, and the labor cost. The labor costs constitute of the better part of the expenditure, followed by the machining, then marketing, and miscellaneous. The total amount of operational expenditure for our product is rupees 33 lakhs. Rental services works with the methodology of pre-registrations using an online application, which requires the user to acquire the portable electric charger at a rate of rupees 75,000 per year. The charge per kilometer amounts to rupees 1, and the range for the portable electric charger is approximately 50 to 60 kilometers, which would then require the user to come frequently for charges. The major EV manufacturer we wish to target in the country for the same are present in Bangalore, New Delhi, and Pune. We are looking to provide rental charging service to the EV users here with our main aim for sustainability in the future. The following slide shows the production versus sales graph for our product. According to this slide, we can see in the year 1 the quantity produced for selling would be 15 and for rental it would be 50, and approximately the quantity that would be sold would be 9 and 40, and gradually the number is shown to be increased, and we expect our break even point to reach between the year 4 and 5, which would start giving us profits eventually and make the product a big hit as the EV market comes to the rise by then. The following slide shows running cost versus total revenue. As the graph shows, between year 4 and year 5, the product would show a considerable rise and give profits as compared to the previous years as the EV market develops, and that is what we are aiming for with this product. Break-even analysis, we have considered the graphical approach. What is break-even analysis? The break-even point is the level of production at which the cost of production equals the revenues for the product. In investing, the break-even point is said to be achieved when the market price of an asset is same as its original cost. As seen from the graph, the break-even point is between year 4 and year 5, and thus it shows that as soon as the product reaches this point, our product will start achieving the necessary profit and fulfill its potential. To calculate the break-even point from the graph, it can be calculated by using the slope, which is given as y minus y1 by x minus x1 equals y minus y2 by x1 minus x2. The cost plan for our product includes self-investment of rupees 40 lakhs by each of 5 partners and a third-party investment of rupees 75 lakhs for a share in the company. Loan of rupees 1 crore for 4 years under the CGTMSE scheme initiated by the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises along with the Government of India has to be taken with the rate of interest of 8% per annum. Now I'd like Palna to take over again.
Now, after all of this, you still might be having that one important question in your mind as to why DJS Ion. We are now moving towards an electronic era. From electronic bikes, cars, everything we see around us is run on batteries. That is why we've come up with this unique, innovative product that will not only be a benefit to you, but a basic need. The product that we provide, us being the first company in this market, will ensure of having the best rates. And as we've shown you, that our rates are comparatively cheaper to our competitions over the seas. We are providing you rental services for people who won't be able to afford to buy the batteries. There's going to be extended warranty support. There's going to be a lot of service options. And down to the fundamentals, the product that will be providing will be innovative and of superior quality. So in the end, the question that you will be having in your mind now is, why not DJS Ion? As we know, India has a very dense population and people coming from different economic backgrounds who require different modes of transport. For example, lower middle class people prefer scooties, auto rickshaw as public transport, which is used across almost every city in the country. Cars are vastly used as it is, plus trucks are used for goods transportation on a very large scale. Now, as you've seen that already a lot of places have started using electronic bikes and cars and auto rickshaws, especially in Pune, New Delhi, and Bangalore. Not only that, the batteries that we make can also be used for electric go-karts, which are used in malls and golf courses, etc. So, all in all, we have a very vast consumer base and which will only keep growing as we advance into the future. As we've mentioned multiple times, TJS Ion doesn't have competitors as of now in India, as we're the first company to be pitching this. But these are the various companies abroad who have been covering the same product base and from whom we've drawn inspiration. So they include ChargePoint, Spark Change, and Charge, etc. Future strategy. How we'll be expanding our production facilities. We'll be working on innovations to make it feasible for other electric vehicles. There'll be modulations, changes. We'll even branch out to other products, innovative products. We'll be enhancing our value added services, enhancing our product process to market the product. There'll be an great increase in sales network and brand awareness, and we'll be encouraging the importance as for the need of electric vehicles in the country, how it is sustainable and how it is a better alternative for each and every one of us. After extensive research, we came to the conclusion to build our factory and warehouse in Sanand, which is near the city of Ahmedabad and about 70 kilometers from the recently built international airport. Sanand is linked to Ahmedabad and Kutch by the State Highway 17. Sanand Industrial Estate caters to a lot of major companies as it proves to be optimal for the same. It has a very convenient location as it is very close to the international and domestic airport. It is very near to the major port, which is around 300 kilometers away. It has a railway junction, Ahmedabad, which is also very close. In Sanand Industrial Estate, there is 66 kV Wonder Park and 66 kV Charodi substations, which are located about 4 kilometers away from the boundary of the estate. A 466 kV substation is planned within the Sanand estate to be operational in the near future. Gujarat State Petroleum, that is GSPL, is providing the state with gas. For liquid waste, there is unfortunately no facility available. But for solid waste, there are two disposable facilities available. That's Naroda and Vatva. The sites are about only 50 kilometers from Sanand. And for water, the water supply scheme is 500 mld. The book quantity for the year 2016-2017 was 6.75 mld. Lastly, we come to the exit strategy. The exit strategy that we have in mind, firstly, would be to have a merger and acquisition. Second would be a management buyout. And last would be liquidation of our assets. As said earlier, this idea can easily be copied and we're pretty sure that there will be multiple other companies with a similar product in the future. Thus, if we ever need an exit strategy, merger and acquisition will be our topmost priority. The management buyout would be very convenient for us depending upon the projections that we have for the next couple of years. And lastly, liquidation of all assets. So, yeah, this brings us to the end of our presentation. If you have any doubts, please let us know. And I'm hoping that you liked our business plan, you understood our business plan, and you liked the product that we brought to the table. And I'm sincerely hoping that if this was Shark Tank, you'd invest money in us. Thank you.